Good afternoon, everyone. Myself Bhavana. Today I am going to explain about solution for bounded buffer problem using semaphores. First, let us see what is bounded buffer problem. Bo- Next slide. The bounded buffer problem, which is also called producer-consumer problem, is one of the classic problems of synchronization. Why it is called bounded buffer problem? Because the buffer pool has a maximum, so the problem is often called the bounded buffer problem. Let's start by understanding the problem here before moving on to the solution and program code. Uh, Problem statement: there is a buffer of n slots and each slot is capable of storing unit of data. There are two processes running, namely producer and consumer, which are operating on the buffer. As you can see in the figure, a producer tries to insert data into an empty slot of the buffer. A consumer tries to remove data from slot in the buffer. As you might have guessed by now, those two processes won't produce the expected output if they are being executed concurrently. There needs to be a way to make the producer and consumer work in an independent manner. So, in order, next slide. In order to solve this problem, there is a solution. One solution of this problem is to use semaphores. First, let us see what is semaphore. Semaphore is a simply variable that is non-negative and shared between threads. A semaphore is a signaling mechanism, and a thread that is waiting on a semaphore can be signaled by another thread. It uses two atomic operation, wait and signal, for the process synchronization. Next slide. Types of semaphores: there are two types of semaphores. One is counting semaphore, another one is binary semaphores. Counting semaphore: this type of semaphore uses count that helps tasks to be acquired or released numerous times. As you can see in the figure, if the initial count is 0, the counting semaphore should be created in the unavailable state. However, if the count is greater than 0, the semaphore is created in the available state, and the number of tokens it has equals to its counts. Next, binary semaphore. Next slide. The binary semaphore are quite similar to counting semaphore, but their value is restricted to 0 and 1 in this type of semaphore. As you can see the figure, the wait operation works only if semaphore is 1, and the signal operation succeeds when semaphore is 0. It is easy to implement than counting semaphores. Coming back to the solution, the semaphore, next slide. The semaphore which will be used here are mutex, empty, and full. First, mutex is a binary semaphore which is used to acquire and release the lock. Empty is a counting semaphore whose initial value is the number of slots in the buffer. Since the initially all slots are empty, a full is a counting semaphore whose initial value is 0 at any instant. The current value of empty represent the number of empty slots in the buffer, and the full represent the number of occupied slot in the buffer. Coming back to the problem code. Next slide. This is the pseudocode of the producer function. Looking at this code for a producer, we can see that the producer first waits until there is at least one empty slot. Then it decrements the empty semaphore because there will now be one less empty slot. Since the producer is going to insert data in the one of these slot, then it acquires lock on the buffer so that the consumer cannot access the buffer until producer completes its operation. After performing the insert operation, the lock is released and the value of full is incremented because the producer has just filled a slot in the buffer. Next, the consumer operation. Next slide. This is the pseudocode of the consumer function. Looking at the code, the consumer waits until there is at least one full slot in the buffer. Then it decrements the full semaphore because the number of occupied slots will be decreased by 1 after the consumer completes its operation. After that, the consumer acquires lock on the buffer. Following that, the consumer completes the removal operation so that the data from one of the full slot is removed. Then the consumer releases the lock. Finally, the empty semaphore is incremented by 1 because the consumer has just removed data from an acquired slot, thus making it empty. Thank you.